Hello and welcome to the final level, 10th and final level of the TGG Alchemy campaign. We get to start with Potion again. We've got friggin' Possession again. Is this the fourth or fifth board with Possession? I don't even know. Too much Possession. Too much. We do have Trashing this time. We've also got Cursing. Oh my gosh. We can open with a Familiar. Opening with Apothecary does make some sense as well, just to like get the cycling going. I almost wonder about, could it be correct to open like Familiar and then like a second potion? I mean, if the potions collide, it's not doing any good, but like, I mean, we do want to get to Apprentice, so maybe we just open Familiar Silver. Opening University isn't crazy either, because then you can just gain the Apprentice. A lot of options here. A lot of options here. Oof. I think I'm going to keep it simple and go Familiar Silver, but I'm very much not sure about that. Apothecary Apprentice is probably just better, but I have the option. Are you serious? Turn 3 Possession off of that? Fuck me. I'm just going to lose this game. There's like no way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. What do we do about this? That's so ridiculous. They even friggin' play the Apprentice to do that. It's outrageous. And they triggered a shuffle with the Apprentice on top, no doubt. And they're probably going to draw and play the Possession like this turn. And then I'm not going to see my frickin' Familiar or my Potion. Oh my god. I think I'm going to take another silver just because I want to hit. This is so fucked. This is so fucked. Kind of want another potion. I don't know. I have to decide between Apprentice and a potion card. I think I want Apprentice. This is so stupid. So freaking stupid. Yeah, the only way that we win this is if the AI just like completely blows the end game. What was that turn? Okay, well, we can get a possession now. Maybe that helps. Still 5 curses left, and we each have 1 familiar, so I think I'm going to take familiar. As that advantage that I've mentioned in other times with the possession thing, where it's like the AI isn't going to want to play the familiar for us, which makes their possession worse. Provincing already. That... maybe we have a chance here. I mean, they did just take a vineyard, which is really annoying, but we have 1 apothecary, no scrying pools, no universities. I really want to gain cards with university, but they have 2 possessions. And they have golems to find them. I think we just take apothecary for now. Okay, we know that they only have the 1 familiar, so we don't have to worry about giving ourselves a curse with golem. We also now don't have to worry about possessing ourselves with golem, which is nice. Guess we play apothecary first. Okay, we can just stop here and top deck 2 curses for them. Seems like a nice thing to do. By trashing the estate, I mean. Do we take a university? They don't have another apprentice down here. They don't have another apothecary. They don't have a scrying pool. These might just be 2 junk turns. In which case, this is a good time to grab a university. I think that's the case. Oh, they have a golem. Shit! Ah! They trashed their potion? I got another frickin' vineyard. God damn it! Alright, I do kind of want plus buy. I do have plus actions now, so I guess I will take a herbalist. I mean, this wouldn't have been my priority, but... Man! Really? This is the... frickin'... There's no way that I want another silver right now. And I didn't get to give out any curses. Ugh, this is annoying. I want to apprentice this estate. Guess I could apprentice the potion instead. Try harder to have a turn. Man, I don't know. We do have another potion. Ugh. It's useful to have 2 potions, mind you. But it's also useful to trash junk cards. And like, there's an off chance that we draw into something good. Nope. Should we leave that on top for the possession and just trash curse? Maybe so. Are we ready for Scrying Pool? I don't know. Oh, that didn't really work out, did it? They get to play the university before I do, of course. Why wouldn't that be the case? Alright, let's get another apprentice. I don't really want another herbalist right now, even though vineyard points, but I'm just so lost. This is so like like I would be not the least bit surprised if we, after we lose this, it's like come back, try again, and it's just like we destroy them because they don't have this amazing opening and it just like goes a completely different way. That would not surprise me at all. Are we supposed to draw the curse or discard it? Probably draw it. Guess we discard that. Son of a... Like, really? Really? I take one more potion. I guess so. I'm just like they have such good turns, and then I possess them, and it's like garbage. I guess that's because they've been stuffing all this crap into their deck. Maybe they're gonna make their deck bad enough, but then they get another vineyard brick. And that's the problem with me having all these potions in my deck. Son of a... Oh, this is so... so frustrating. If they get to possess me, they have like all the best cards in my deck right there. Right frickin' there! This is so... Ugh. You're supposed to trash possession. What are you doing? Did they just possess me for themselves? I'm so baffled by the AI sometimes. Do we do with this? I mean, we can trigger a shuffle. Yeah, I think we have to do it that way. Oh, wait. They're just gonna... We're gonna... If we play our possession... well, what the hell can we do about it anyway? I guess I can buy a province. Maybe I just don't possess them this turn. Yeah, definitely don't possess them this turn. Could apprentice one of these potions. We do have 3 of them. Only thing we can gain is apprentice. Because they've emptied the frickin' herbalists. So uncalled for. We have 1 herbalist in our deck. How the hell did they get 9 herbalists? That's ridiculous. Okay, what do we do? Like, do we have to compete on provinces? They have 38 points. It's a lot. And emptying vineyards, and vineyards are only worth 4. I think we have to compete on provinces. I feel like province scrying pool, I guess. Like, maybe we pick up vineyards later. But for now... I mean, just provinces alone won't get us there, but... I mean, we don't have information. We have to possess them here. But I think we still top deck province. Their deck should be really bad at this point. Like, really bad. Are we down to trash another potion? Guess so. We could also stop here. We don't have enough for province, though. Yeah. We are up to 5-point vineyards. Oh, we didn't find the potion. We get apprentice and apprentice. I guess that's fine. So we're up to 5-point vineyards. We don't have any vineyards, but They really drew another possession there? Fuck that. So unlikely. Not huge deck to see the possessions back to back like that. Fuck, and now they're gonna get another vineyard. Or just do that. Fuck that. That's so bullshit. Alright, well, this time they don't have that same ridiculous opening. Familiar number 2 versus Apothecary. I mean, the more curses we have, the worse the Apothecary is, so I guess it is probably familiar too. Fillstone. See, now the AI is just going to totally trip over its own feet. I frickin' knew it. It's going to do this nonsense. It's going to be like, haha, you know, you like thought you'd get to win on the first try, but no, have God draws and then I taunt you by playing terribly. All right, do we want to go ahead and take an herbalist already? I guess so. Jesus. Second potion, once again, has some merit to it. Can't tell if we lost the curse split or if we just trashed more estates. Obviously, we still have this one. We have 5 curses, and I guess we did lose the curse split. I don't really know why. It's not really important right now. There's to draw this since there's no curses to be given out. I wonder if we do we even we probably need at least one university here. But maybe we go for Scrying Pool first. And we could also go for Apothecary, but I think right now Apothecary is a little bit worse than normal because of the curse situation. Yeah. Do we want to draw this Herbalist this turn? Probably not. Do we want another silver? I guess so. Do have an extra potion. I think I'll trash it. Scrying Pool. Yeah, see, now nobody gets to play with possession. Yikes. I guess we get to play with possession, although honestly I don't even know that it's going to be that good, but whatever. We might as well. Should we apprentice the familiar? Yeah. It's just... We could apprentice the herbalist. It's easy to get another one. It's not doing a whole lot right now. Oh my god. We lost a potion back there. Maybe we take another potion. They have almost no draw in their deck. I'm going to top deck that, despite the possession. +1 for 5 round down. So right now it's worth 3, which means it's not enough to like buy a province or something. Stupid card. Trash it. Who's silver? We want to draw the silvers. But maybe not the rest of the deck. And yeah, I'll go ahead and take a province. Ugh. We are... having some troubles here. Oh, we got our second potion, but we don't have the... the herbalist. I don't... yeah, I think I want the university at this point. It's close. Like, I mean, we're not drawing that well, but we still just be able to gain more apprentices and herbalist and all that. So this is 3. That's so bad. Alright, what are those 3 cards? None of them are... Wait, one of them's a province? Maybe there were curses? 5 curses in the trash. They have 3 provinces. Nope. Oh, wait, how many estates are in the trash? Oh, they might have estates down there. I don't think I have estates left. Do I? Only 3 estates in the trash? Surely I don't have 3 estates. Oh, whatever. I think... this is not the hand I wanted to see. Oh my god. Let's get the herbalist back, I guess. Fucking hell. We're just not getting there. It's gotta be another apprentice. I think we're just gonna stop here, clear some more curses. We could buy 2 vineyards. I think I'm gonna go Scrying Pool Vineyard though. Okay, no province. That's very good news. This hand is not good news. Holy fug. We do want to trash this estate, I think. Trash the silver. Yeah. Good Golem. Golem does skip over stuff. That's already enough for province, except I don't necessarily want to buy province. They don't have a potion, right? They trashed their potion? Yeah. What do I buy with this deck of theirs? Can we set up a bad shuffle for them with Apothecary is another question. Can try. Well, I guess having the familiar on top doesn't help if they don't have an apprentice. And they don't have an apprentice because they trashed one. They've had 3. $29 points. There's 9 curses in the trash. So they probably have 1 curse. Are there 6? There's only 4 estates in the trash. I have to have trashed all my estates, right? They have to have estates. So maybe they have 2 estates down there and no curses? I guess that's believable. So like you have 5 provinces. No, 4 provinces. 4 provinces. For 24, duchy for 27, estate. Okay. So down there they have like province, estate, something. Works for me. Maybe a little bit of money. If I wanted to be really bold about it, I could just go ahead and take the province. Like, figuring, okay, there's 2 golds gone. They don't have the golds. There's 4 silvers in the trash. And 1 here, that's 5. So that at most they have 2 silvers down there and 2 coppers. Which is 6 coins. I'm pretty sure they only have the 3 apprentices. They don't have an herbalist. They don't have an apothecary. That's their only apothecary. Like, we can figure that, so 7 cards. We know familiar, province, and then another province, 2 estates, and probably copper, silver, or something like that. I'm gonna buy this province. If I'm wrong, well, they do have a curse. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's an argument that I shouldn't have done that because, like, my deck isn't necessarily reliable either, but I think I have to assume that I might not draw my or play my possession. Okay, we're gonna apprentice, I guess. That did cost us points, but we can get them back, so that's fine. We may not have the money to buy the province on our turn. We probably don't. Our vineyards are worth 5 points. But we can get 2 of them. Yeah. We get them worse than copper on top? I don't know. Oh, the cola. Golem doesn't actually do anything. Here... Oh, we could have... If we had gained an herbalist. I was wondering about that, and I was like, I don't think that's quite going to do it, but I think it's fine anyway. Does that mean we leave all these coppers in our deck just in case for next turn? It might mean that. So... get 2 vineyards. Oh, and that puts it out of reach anyway. Right. Ah, and we can probably just end the game. So, yeah. That opening that the AI had last game was bullshit, as I said, and then to not my surprise, like when it didn't have that opening this time, it just fell on its face. I mean, the game actually did look pretty close, to be honest. Like apprentice money, if you manage to find apprentice like every turn, is like kind of good. But ultimately, like, I don't think that's how you should be playing this. The fact that I could use their apothecary against them and all that to, like, through the possession to, like, help, like, track their deck and make sure that they had bad turns was actually pretty nice. Like, that's one of the more interesting things you can do with possession. Although, on the other hand, it's also one of the more frustrating. Because, like, you know, the thing with most attacks is that, either they're fairly equal in their application, or they're at least potential. They have that potential to be that, or there's like mitigation, or both, right? But with possession, it's like if somebody's like controlling your shuffles through possession, there's not really necessarily any counterplay, and there's also not like it's not symmetrical, because if they can prevent you from doing stuff with your deck, then you're not going to get to play possession on them, which means you like are not going to get to do the same to them that they're doing to you. So I mean, there that can happen with other attacks, of course, but the way that it happens with possession, where it just like denies you the ability to like play the game like with the deck you've built. I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess there's other stuff where that can happen, like, the nightmare type scenario or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, I don't find that fun either, so I guess that's fair. But yeah. And I don't know. I'm just like, this is one of the things that like I've been thinking about, like, do I want to try to do runs of these campaigns where I try to like beat all 10 of the boards on the first try? And this is the sort of thing where it's like you could just get this far and then the AI could open like that, and it's just like, well, but like, it is, the AI is not consistently good, but it is good enough, often enough, that it's really hard to win 10 games in a row against it, like, because of that sort of thing. Like, your expected win rate, might be well over 50%, but even if it's 80% or something, like, the odds of you winning 10 in a row are still like quite low. 90%, like, even is still not that likely. I mean, you're only expected to lose one, obviously, one time in 10 at a 90% win rate, but like, I don't know but like the odds of you getting to 10 in a row have got to be under 50%, right? So anyway, it's like, like 2 in a row is 0.81, and then 0.72 something, and then so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, what was I saying? The sloggy nature of the board, like, because of the familiar and because Apprentice isn't particularly fast at trashing curses, like, I think that does push the AI's line a little bit, like, of just going for provinces. Its line in this game, anyway. Like, it did take me a while to get to the point where I had something like control of my deck, but you in that position have so little control over the outcome of the game. Like, that early Fillstone, what in the world? Like, you could have bought like Apothecary, and that would just be so much better. Like, it's crazy how, like, they have, I'm like sitting there looking at Fillstone, and it's like, oh, like, all the cards are left in the deck. It's a gold. Okay. Like, it's just not even good. What the heck? Did they buy that? Turn 5. It's crazy. What about Golem? I don't know that. I don't know that Golem would have made too much sense in that position, but maybe it would have. Like, you have one familiar, an apprentice, another familiar. Honestly, I could see it. I could see Golem here. If they'd had one more coin, I'm sure they would have bought possession, and then this game would have played completely differently. But they didn't. Unlike the previous game, it's less clear to me that they would have just run away with it if they had hit that here, but I don't know. They might have. Like, because I didn't get possession until much later. Excuse me. Yeah, turn 13. 8 turns later. So yeah, that might have made a huge difference actually. I don't because they bought Philstone, it wasn't obvious to me how close they were to hitting 6p, and oh my god. And like, we hadn't been doing anything differently, but familiar, silver, silver, familiar. They buy apprentice, I buy apprentice, they buy familiar, I buy familiar. It's like the exact same stuff. But yeah. I mean, it would have been pretty weird to hit 6p at that point without playing apprentice. Right? If you apprentice in a state, you're still only like replacing the cards that you lost, essentially. But you are like filtering out like 2 non-econ cards and getting rid of like a, you know, like at that point, I mean, you still only have like the 5-card hand. Wait, I guess it's impossible. Yeah, it would. Well, no, you could apprentice a familiar and then you could hit it. But yeah, it wouldn't be possible, right? Like, this is 5 cards. So, okay, never mind. They didn't actually come close. I didn't stop to think about that. Okay, I take it all back. How is it that he did it? It was an apothecary, right? Yeah. Ridiculous. Anyway, so overall, this was definitely the worst campaign because, like, it had possession. Other than that, like, I actually thought, like, there was some cool stuff going on here. Like, the 2-for-1 thing, you know, is nice. The beaker thing, well, I mean, the fact that it doesn't drain the supply super fast is nice. Specifically, the beaker thing is cool. I do think it's degenerate with Vineyard, but like in general, I think it's cool. I like that. I think overall, like, the twists or stamps or whatever they are in this one were maybe more interesting overall than in the previous 2 campaigns. Starting with a potion in your deck, I think is a good, like, it's almost like potion is an heirloom. Like, I think that's cool. I think it would, like, I mean, granted it replaced an estate, but like, I think that would be an interesting design space to have explored at the time. I think you probably would need it to be replacing estate rather than copper, because otherwise, if you have 6 coppers and a potion and you have familiar on the board, it's too likely that somebody, like, that only one of the 2 players hits 3p, whereas if you have 7 coppers and a potion, you are much more likely to be able to both hit 3p if familiars on the board, or alchemist if that's the potion card, right? Like, that you want to open with. I mean, granted that, like, you know, there are boards with potion cost cards where you wouldn't want the potion, although having it instead of a state isn't really going to harm. I guess that's maybe the other would be the other argument in favor of that configuration, is that like if the potion card is Fillstone or Transmute or whatever, well, at least you didn't like lose out on your regular buying power if you replace the estate with it. So yeah, I mean, I think that's an interesting space to explore. Like I could, between that and the beaker thing, like I could see that being like if there was ever going to be an Alchemy second edition, which there won't. But if there were, I could see some combination of those two things being like the direction that such a set would go. I mean, I guess the more likely thing that would happen is that there's some future expansion that is basically like the spiritual successor to Alchemy, which like explores those things but isn't specifically potion, it's something else, right? But yeah, I mean, I think like yeah, I like where this was going with those things. I think it made it more fun to play with the potion cards throughout this campaign. So I think that's cool. I approve of it. I'm guessing that, like, unlike some of the other stuff, like I imagine, you know, victory fi, duration fi, what's it? 2-for-1, the whatever the I don't know. Like, there's a whole bunch of these things that I imagine could show up in the grand campaign, no problem. Specifically, the potion in your starting deck, I don't know if I would expect that to show up. I guess I kind of wouldn't, but maybe it does. Maybe it has a chance of showing up, you know, in the exact way I was just talking about. It's like, oh, if there's a potion cost card on the board, you might get, you know, a potion in your starting deck replacing an estate. I don't really know. Like, I don't know if these are specifically like attached to individual cards or like how exactly that works. Like, I know some of the stuff is, obviously, because it has like the stamp for the card or the event or whatever, but like in the case of the potion thing, I don't know. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether that can still show up in the grand campaign, because if it can, that's essentially the same as if it was, you know, like the equivalent of an heirloom or whatever, because then it, like, that means it can be, you know, on a randomly generated board rather than something that's curated. Of course, even in that context, the stuff doesn't have to, the design of the stuff that goes into these campaigns doesn't have to be like quite as tight as the design of the stuff that goes into like normal Dominion. So that wouldn't necessarily mean that would be like a viable way to do it, but I don't know. I tend to think it would work. I mean, I guess the downside of that approach is that, you know, like, part of the point is like, do you invest in the potion in order to invest in the potion cost cards? And now you're just like skipping over that question. You're like, yep, you got a potion. So like that is a downside, and an important downside. But, you know, like, I could see, like, so you probably wouldn't want it to work like heirlooms where it's always there. But if there was like a chance for it to be there, it was like sometimes it happened, sometimes it didn't, as could be the case in the grand campaign, then, you know, that could work out. Like, you're like, it's sort of like Platinum and Colony, where you're like, okay, depending on the number of potion cost cards, or maybe not even, maybe it's just like, you know, you roll a d6 or something, I don't know, but like, you have some way of determining that. Anyway, yeah, so overall, like, yeah, I just wish this campaign had less possession in it. I think it would have been more fun, but so it goes. I think otherwise it's pretty good. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will be continuing next with Prosperity, so look for that in the future, and until then.